I made a video about a month ago about how the One Big Beautiful Bill may affect ACA costs and coverages. The COVID enhanced subsidies are expiring at the end of this year. We don't know the actual price for 2026 ACA insurance without the enhanced subsidies. We won't know until later this year when insurance companies submit their final prices. But I found a calculator where you can calculate the difference with or without the expiring enhancements. I'll link the calculator in the description, so we probably won't know the price for 2026 premiums until later this year, for sure by November when open enrollment starts. By the way, the open enrollment period will be shorter this year too. In the past few years, it was open from November 1st to January 15th. It's now supposed to end a month earlier on December 15th. So with this calculator, you can look at how much you would be paying in 2025 without those enhanced subsidies. I had absolutely no idea how much I would be paying. I'm currently getting a tax credit and Cascade Care savings. So this year I'm not paying anything. I know a lot of people are worried about how much ACA premiums might cost next year. This calculator can give you some help with planning and estimating for next year. So if you go to this website and scroll down, you put in some information. First, you put in your state. Then you put in your yearly household income. I'm going to assume they're talking about modified adjusted gross income because that's what ACA uses. I think my modified adjusted gross income this year will be somewhere between $25,000 and $30,000. So I'm going to use both numbers just to see the difference. So I'll start with $25,000. Then you have to say whether or not you can get insurance from your job or from your spouse's job. That's a no for me. Next is how many in your family, number of adults and number of children. It says even without the enhanced subsidies, I'll likely remain eligible for financial help, just at a lower level, which is what I was thinking. At $25,000, my income would be equal to 166% of the poverty level. So I would likely be eligible for financial help through Marketplace, even without the enhanced subsidies. It says my cost for a silver plan would increase by $76 a month. I have a silver plan now at no cost. So with the enhanced subsidies, I would get $832 a month as a premium tax credit. This covers 98% of the monthly costs for a silver plan. Without the enhanced subsidies, I would get $756 a month as a premium tax credit. This covers 89% of the monthly costs for a silver plan. With the enhanced subsidies, it says I would pay $13 a month in premiums. That equals 0.64% of my household income. The state of Washington provides additional help to Washington residents, which is probably why I'm paying $0 instead of $13. Without the enhanced subsidies, it says I would pay $90 a month in premiums. That equals 4.31% of my household income. At $30,000, my income is equal to 199% of the poverty level. So I would still likely be eligible for financial help even without the enhanced subsidies. It says my cost for a silver plan would increase by $93 a month. So with the enhanced subsidies, I would get $796 a month as a premium tax credit. This covers 94% of the monthly cost for a silver plan. Without the enhanced subsidies, I would get $703 a month as a premium tax credit. This covers 83% of the costs for a silver plan. With the enhanced subsidies, it says I would pay $49 a month for my premiums. That equals 1.97% of my household income. Without the enhanced subsidies, it says I would pay $143 a month for premiums. That's 5.7% of my household income. This gives you an idea of how much more you would pay for premiums when the enhanced subsidies expire next year. So if I understand this correctly, and the prices for insurance didn't go up next year, bear with me on that one, I would feel okay about it. However, ACA health insurance premiums are likely to go up significantly next year. A median premium increase of 15% requested by insurers across Marketplace is predicted for next year. This would be the largest increase since 2018. This is still preliminary and it may change. Things always seem to change. There are going to be policy changes that insurers expect will drive up their costs. This will increase premiums beyond what they would otherwise charge. So say my income was $25,000. Without the enhanced subsidies, I would still get that $756 a month premium tax credit. This covers 89% of the premiums for a silver plan. $756 is 89% of $849. So the full price would be $849. If the prices went up by 15%, that would add another $127 to it. That would make the full price now $976 a month. So if ACA would still cover 89% of that, that would be about $869 they would cover. So my premium would be $107 a month instead of $13 a month. And if my income was $30,000, without the enhanced subsidies, I would still get that $703 a month premium tax credit. This covers 83% of the monthly costs. $703 is 83% of $847. So the full price is $847. So if the costs went up by 15%, that would add another $127. That would make the total cost $974. So if ACA would cover 83% of that, that would cover $808 for me. So my premium would be $166 a month instead of that $49 a month. Now this is a lot of educated guessing. We won't really know until maybe November when the open enrollment starts. But to me, it doesn't seem as bad as I thought it would be. I've said before, I didn't want to pay more than $400 for health insurance. So if it was just $166 a month, I could totally live with that. So you can use this calculator with your estimated modified adjusted gross income for next year. Then add an additional 15% increase on your premiums. Then you get a rough idea of how much your premiums might possibly be. It's certainly not exact, but it's something to help you plan. Before I found this calculator, I had absolutely no idea what it might be. My biggest concern now is if I have to use my 2024 income tax return, because it's vastly different from my 2025 income. I was still working for half of 2024. The One Big Beautiful bill has stricter income verification processes. The bill eliminates using projected income for subsidy eligibility in certain situations. I used projected income last year when I applied. My 2025 income tax form will accurately reflect my retirement income. But since I have a mutual funds account, I always have to wait until February to file my income taxes. I have to wait for those 1099 forms to come. If the open enrollment window closes December 15th, but I don't get my income taxes done until February 2026, it's possible I'll have to use my 2024 income tax return. But I hope not. I've read different things. I know there will be new requirements for income verification. You'll be asked to provide additional documentation to verify your projected income. The bill eliminates provisional eligibility for premium tax credits. This means while you're waiting to be verified, you may have to pay full unsubsidized premiums for weeks or months until your verification comes through. I've also read that passive re-enrollment will now be prohibited. This is when you're automatically re-enrolled in your current health insurance plan or an equivalent one if you don't get on and apply for one during open enrollment. But this particular change won't start until after December 31st, 2027. So there are still a lot of unknowns. We don't know yet for sure how much premiums will go up next year. We don't know exactly what the new requirements for income verification will be. But at least you can do some educated guessing with this calculator and adding that extra 15% for the projected increase in premiums. I hope this was helpful to you in some way. Remember, I'm not an expert. I'm just sharing what I've read, how I understand it. What have you read and what did I miss? If you want to share, feel free to leave a comment. If you're seeing me for the first time, hi, I'm Julie and this channel's Happy on Monday. Thanks for joining me. If you found this helpful, please like. And if you're interested in retiring early, consider subscribing. I'm going to leave you with a quote. Butterflies rest when it rains because it damages their wings. It's okay to rest during the storms of life. You'll fly again when it's over. Hope to see you again soon.